Hey everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers as I'm rapidly descending towards the ground. Can I have my chute, please? Oh, this is just not a good location. Can I have my chute, please? Thank you. Yes, we are floating to the ground in Space Engineers. This is post the Apex Survival update. And yeah, we're going to try a new series here. Let me get the handbrake on so we don't roll away. So what does that mean that we're going to be trying? Well, let's start off with is, let's see what kind of pod. I got a red pod this time. So yeah, the color of the pod is a random draw, which is kind of cool. So what we're looking to do today is we're looking for the quest for peas. Yes, this series is going to be about going into food production because with Apex Survival, we now have food production. Got a signal detected. Ooh. Cool. So yes, we are going to be going into a massive food production. So apparently one of the new additions to the economy series or the economy system is that you can now buy and sell food. Stations out there will have requests for food, and that's what I want to see if we can't do, playing with the new blocks. I love a new production line, and I'd love to get it going. And quite frankly, there's a lot of things that we're going to be manufacturing. I want to be manufacturing every recipe, and there's a lot of those recipes. So that's one of the things that I'm looking out to do. All right, I just got a GPS signal here for Harding Claim. I'm going to mark that green here. So what do we got going on? Well, we're starting off with our brand new survival pod. Gone is the hockey puck with the 4 Atmo engines. That was impossible for most people to get anywhere but where they were. And now we have this lovely, reliable little Rover here. It's not big, but it is mighty. It comes with our survival kit. So we can keep our stats all charged up. And of course, with that survival kit, one of the things that we do have to now keep attention to is this new food metric right here. So yeah, we have our health, we have our energy, our O2, our H2, and now we have food. So that is something we're going to have to be very conscious of. The Rover here does not have an O2 H2 generator, so they have taken that away, but we do have an H2 tank. And somewhere we also have an O2 tank, one of the nice little new O2 tanks. So this is basically all we got going. What else have we got going for us? Well, let's take a look here in the inventory. They nicely start us off with some iron, some nickel, and some silica, so we can get some immediate stuff going on and getting done. And we can also see that we have a cockpit, which is accessible from back here. So we're going to grab that, and you can see this is our meal pack. So this is the most basic one, the kelp crisp. It is the easiest one to make. All it requires is an algae producer, so no seeds or anything like that. Algae producer basically works like an oxygen farm. As long as it has direct sunlight, it's going to produce the basic building block for these kelp crisps, which we then will have to use in one of the new blocks, which is the food processor. So yeah, this is my basic survival right now. We got a data pad here. Whoop, I don't want to do that. I want to read it, which is awesome because it gives us a trading station, and that is critical for us. We need to make sure we have a trading station. At the very least, I'm going to need to check in there because I want to see if I can find basically a bunch of data pads with other stations on it so I can set up a shipping for them. So I'm going to create a GPS for that. Let's see where that will take us. So IGMK, I'm going to give it the same green here as the Harding here. So we'll just copy over the hex signal like so. And let's see where we're going. So the Harding claim is right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not great. That really isn't great. That station is so far away. Let's have a quick survey about where we are. So some things that we are absolutely 100% gonna need is we are absolutely 100% gonna need a lake, because one of the big things about growing the plants besides seeds is making sure we have ice. Ice is water, and water is life. Hydrogen, let's keep an eye on that. So yeah, this is, oh, okay, well, so we're not going to be going directly to there, obviously, because we're not going to be able to do that in this tiny little rover. But I think we're going to head off into that southeast direction. Okay, let's take a little quick drop down, back down to the ground here. All right, and back to our rover. Okay, so we're going to be heading in that direction. I think we're going to just go down here and move over to there. But before we get going, I'm just going to pull up to one of these little stone deposits here because I want to make sure we have lots of resources kind of ready to go. Yeah, we have some iron and whatnot in our bin right now, but I'd like to make sure we have enough so that when we do find a spot, we can get things built right away. This is scary. Oh, no, no, no. Craigie. Brakes. And roll it back. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I can go down that way. This is why I prefer flying. Oh. Okay, come on. Well, at least our rover here has a gyro, which is good. I'm going to try to keep it on the brakes. Try and getting through these craggies here. I don't like craggies. Craggies are shit. Oh. All right, got through that little part there, and looks like I might be okay. Oh, what's the? We got a little boulder over here. Let's go see what's in this boulder. And mind you, if it's iron or anything like that, I cannot do anything with it because I currently have. Yes, yeah, it's iron. That is actually useless to me because I need a refinery to do that. Okay, this hill is just not fun. I want to get down to that more level terrain, so we're just going to try to pick our way down the hill here. And, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going that way. We're going to have to... spider climb. Come on. Okay, this is awkward. I have to use 3 fingers. One is on my E key for the roll, one is on the turn, and one is on the accelerate. Come on, up you go, buddy. Yeah, again, this is why I like flying. Craggies, not a problem. Okay, we're almost out of here, and we can get rolling. Nothing like spending the first 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever of your playthrough trying to move around. So let's talk a little bit. Thing I appreciate here on this Rover is that it has a proper handbrake setting. No P. P for parking is bad. P is for painting, not parking. So it's really nice that they set us up with a properly set up Rover here that is using the cockpit set to handbrake. So much more secure and breaking people's habits. Okay, gee whizzikers. All right, so I'm working my way to the Harding claim. Now, the Harding claim is not part of the vanilla experience. It is, I am using the abandoned settlements mod for it. Probably turn it off at some point in time because it will fill my world. I'm just going to pull over and grab some stone here. But it's also kind of a nice play for a little bit of adventure, a little bit of salvage. I don't want to be spending a crap ton of time setting up refineries, drilling, blah, blah, blah. Been there, done that with all of my playthroughs. What I am more interested in is getting the factory food or the food factory up and running. So the more I can kind of preload myself with the resources to get into that production, the better. But right now we are still hand mining stone so that we can have some production here. So we're just going to fill up with that, and then we'll head on our way. Okay, just picking up the last bit of the scraps here. I think we should be okay. Let's see how much stone we've managed to put in there. So yeah, 2.5K stone. That'll do for now, but in the meantime, let's just get this starting to convert over. I'm just going to order up thousands of these bags here, and then we're just going to let the survival kit run in the background. Now, okay, so I'm just going to head over to the herding claim here, and then we can kind of make a decision and see where we want to head next. Again, what I'm looking for is a lake. There's magnesium. Nope. Just keep moving. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yeah, so I do want to make sure or find myself a nice little iron lake there, because, like I said, we are going to need lots and lots of water. I'd also really kind of like to get out of this alpine terrain. Ooh, slow. Because this sucks for driving. At some point, maybe I'll slap some thrusters on this thing. I honestly, at this point, would prefer the 4-thruster, just at least in this terrain. It's a great rover. You know, rovers are fine. I prefer being in the air. Just because random little tiny stones will not gut you and destroy your entire ability to survive. Okay, we're coming up here. Can't see it yet. Oh, that doesn't look fun. That looks like a giant valley, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get down into. All right, let's take a quick look around here. Is there a way down? Wow. Wow. Well, certainly not this way. Let's back up. Let's reset our camera here, and let's just try to back up and find a different way down. No, not that way. This is awkward. Can I make a canvas? Can I make canvas? Can I make canvas? I can't make canvas! No! You need a basic assembler, which is large grid. Damn it! Really? Can I not make canvas? Let me just double check this. I'm gonna go through, please. Oh, I could make kelp crisps. I had algae, but I don't have any algae. Make data pads, but no, I can't make. Damn it! Because then I would just eat myself off the cliff. Well, if I go back over there, it does look like I can get away or get down. So yeah, we're just gonna have to head over this direction here and see if we can't find a way down into that valley. Boop, 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 boop. No, 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 no. Oh. Okay, so yeah, we've managed to roll the damn thing. Well, let's test out the new self-righting gyro that is pre-set up for us. So if I hit number 9 there, you can see there's a gyro. Let's see what that does. Oh, it's taking us in the wrong direction, but it is rolling us over. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, and turn it off. Nope, 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 nope. Don't roll back. Don't roll back. That breaks things. Stop breaking things. Please stop breaking things. Let's get it rolled over here. This is kind of why I don't drive. I spend more time writing my rovers than I really should be. Okay. Let's turn on our parking brake. Let's have a look here at the gyroscope. Okay, so the override is off. I'm gonna do a power thing. because yeah, it's kind of holding my wheels off the ground at the moment here. So let's go into our G menu. Let's see what options we have for reprogramming this gyro. There's a decreased power and an increased power. Okay, let's go increased power, decreased power, and for now, let's toggle that block on and off. I just want to make sure my wheels are fully on the ground here. I'm going to reduce the power of the gyro just a touch, and hopefully we can now get the rest of the way down safely. It does not help that it is nighttime, but one of the nice things about being nighttime is we get our new skybox, which is absolutely gorgeous. A big improvement over the previous skybox. Okay, driving in the night, probably not the best plan, but you know, I didn't get to pick the time of day, so we just have to make the best of it. Okay, looks like we're getting down towards the bottom of the valley here. Yep, we've come off the cliff. We should be able to go this way. So one of the things I've noticed is that if we stay on the darker green grass, the terrain tends to be a little bit friendlier. This nasty stuff here, not so good. Okay, so let's take another quick look here. Can I get through? Looks a bit craggy, but we should be okay. I'm just gonna go a little bit tighter in here, and let's just creep our way forward. Making sure we're kind of hanging on the brakes a little bit. Don't want to get too much speed going. Especially through here. Yeah, we're very close to the vertical at the moment, which is fun. This might be a great time to turn my gyro power back up for a minute. And again, I'm just going incredibly slowly down here because I do not want to flip again. We'll pull up to a stop once we get down, and we'll check what kind of damage, if any, that we took from our other rolling. Oh, there's the craggies again, so I'm just going to kind of try to pick my way through here. And we're just about there. And we are down. Okay. I'm gonna have a quick look here with my torch, see if I broke anything important. Does not look like it. Yep, everything seems to be okay here. So we did get off pretty lucky. I swear to God, I should probably put some wheels on the side of this thing to absorb any impacts. Okay, still trying to get around to the Harding plan here, so let's go and see how far we can get now that we're down on the valley floor. Alright, so we're coming up to the Harding claim here. It actually looks like it is fully up on the side of the mountain. Oh, that's a red signal. I don't want to get too close to this little bugger. So I'm going to park up here. Let's make sure we've got everything nice and full. I'm going to top off my hydrogen and the oxygen. Hunger's down to 76%, so that should be okay. And let's get our pistol equipped here. Character weapons. I got one pistol. Let's see if I can't make some more ammo for it. I'm gonna make up another 10 mags. And that should be fine. Yeah, we've processed that stone. Oh, look at that. Hey, actual rain. So weather now has so much better. Rain is not just the usual fog. That they still have the fog, but you can actually see raindrops now. So yes, we are getting actual rain, which is cool. The thing also you have to watch out for is weather can hurt you. Weather can make your day go bad, especially on some of the more hostile planets. Yeah, you're going to be facing things. One thing we're probably not going to have to face down here is radiation, unless someone has a leaky reactor. But Yeah, there are lots of environmental hazards. So where is this thing? Is it on the other side of this cliff? It's weird that I'm getting a red signal with it being on the side of a cliff here, but yeah. Gonna keep working my way forward. Oh shoot, I am about to run out of hydrogen, so I'm heading right back. That is way... Come on, 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 go, 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 go.
Fuel low.
Okay, we made it.
Fuel critical.
Okay, that's further along. Let's refill my hydrogen off the tank. And we have no ice, and we have no way of making more hydrogen. Oh, the weather's really not helping. Okay, so let's cut over to the left here. Right over the craggies. Let's get a little bit more nose on. Oh, these craggies are just the worst. Oh, that looks like it's gonna hurt. Uh-oh. Well, darn it. I think I've gone on high side of myself. Ah! Don't do that to your Rover. And that's the offender right there. Ah! Okay, I'm just gonna clear myself a little bit of a path here. Have I mentioned that I prefer flying? If I could get some freaking thrusters on this thing, that's my first thing. If I'm going to be moving a lot, is I'm going to somehow need to get thrusters on this thing. I don't think I can build any of them now, but yeah, just because I'm pretty sure I need myself the basic assembler. The weather is really not helping my journey here. Okay, so I'm gonna go down this way here. The problem is I have no idea what's kind of ahead of me after I get out of these craggies here. No, jeez Louise. Okay, this is just going swimmingly. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Work that gyro, work that gyro. Okay, I'm good and stuck here. Let's set the parking brake in. Let's try to get ourselves unstuck. And I think by going through here, like that. And there we go. And there we go. Okay. Boy, I would really like for the rain to go away. But looks like I've got myself down onto some slightly more level terrain. Okay, appearances definitely are deceiving here. But I can get further along now. And just keeping my eye out for craggies, because they will break something important. Alright, we're finally coming out of the nasties here, and we found ourselves a forest, which means we've got ourselves some much more lovely level terrain. Of course, I am getting a lot closer to that thing than I probably should, so I'm just going to kind of try to pull up here. I'm going to hide this guy behind a tree, and let's go see how badly we get ourselves messed up. Now, I'm going to try very hard not to get shot here, because one of the things that they changed with the update is that dying now has consequences. I mean, you still get your clone and stuff like that, but there's a new mechanic called buffs, which is, I currently don't have any, but as I survive, and the longer I survive, the better my stats will get. My O2 consumption goes down, my movement speed goes up, my rate of hunger goes down. I can't make a bottle, can I? I would really, really like to have a bottle. No, I didn't think so. Yep, basic assembler. So I'm going to try very hard not to let anything kill me. Ooh, abandoned farmstead off in that direction. It's an unknown. So I think that's going to be our next one. Yeah, and I think a lot of what I'm going to try to do here is pick my way through salvage until I can find a decent lake. I honestly have no idea where I'm on the planet, but we'll go from there. Okay, so stalling here. Let's move forward. Now, generally, these things are reasonably safe, but quite often you will find interior turrets that they may have some old defenses going. I don't know how much I can do with a handgun here. Honestly, my grinder and not getting shot are my best bets. So as I'm also making my assault here, I am running this modded. I do have some mods. For example, build info. I have build vision. I have some graphical mods, some quality of life mods. And going for... Oh, I'm here.
Low.
Oh. Well, okay. Here I'm expecting something a little... Oh, geez. That's a turret. So I am using Splitsy's turret mod here just to make my life a little easier. Again, I'm not here... Oh, I'm hitting that side of the building. I'm not all about the combat and stuff like that. I'm going to leave the element of danger in here. And even with the mod that makes the turrets just a little bit safer, I still get my face shot way too many times. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can't squeeze up here. I am shooting at something that is broken. And I'm out of jetpack juice. Okay, well, that's fine. I got what I wanted. Wow, pretty slim pickings here. We got a crate here. What's in there? Ooh, that's actually some good stuff. I can make a battery if I need be. Let's grind that down. What do we got here? We got ourselves a refinery. Nothing I can do about it, but what do you got? You got some metal grid, some large steel tubes. Those are wheels. I'd like to expand my rover, and I think I might be what I do here. I thought I turned off progression. Oh, no, I didn't. That sucks. Okay, well, I still have progression on, so we're gonna have to... Oh, I'm so glad you're not built. We still have progression on, so I'm gonna have to do some research on that, but I'm gonna go grab my pod here. Man, I usually turn that off. It's not cheating. I've done progression so many freaking times now. I think I've earned the ability to not have to deal with that mechanic. So yeah, I will usually turn off my progression, but in this case, I didn't. So we're stuck with it. Okay, after a super long run, we are finally back at our rover, and now we should have a relatively safe drive. Hell, I'm feeling so confident about that. I'm even going to put myself into first person. One thing I haven't done is check the settings on my wheel at all. But, We'll see what we get there. All right, so my plan once we get to the claim here is to do some Rover do some Rover improvements. Namely, I want to add another set of back wheels. Just because storage on this thing is not good. All we have for storage is what's in the survival kit. We don't even have a connector to use. So I'd like to get a medium cargo container sticking out of the back there. Whoops. And to do so, I'm going to want to have another row of wheels, which means I'm going to need to have a basic assembler to do that job for me. Okay, well, let's start doing some grinding here, and let's... that's a tire underneath there. That's pretty clever. Okay, so looks like they've got some kind of wheel going on in the back there. Let's see if we can't get some steel. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I'm gonna see if I can't get some steel plates going here. So let's say we get 100 of those, and just kind of get this laid out. All right, so if I'm gonna extend it, I'm gonna want to come from out from there. So we're gonna go, what are we got? 2x2s or 3x3s? So these are 3x3s. 3x3 shorts, so that's okay. So I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll come out. Oh, it still needs some more. We'll come out by 1. We'll come out by 1. Okay, let's get our toolbar here. We're gonna need wheels. So we're gonna go wheels. Whee! I gotta go to the progression. Okay, so let's start working our progression here. So the first thing I need to do is build a basic assembler. Who's got some electricity on you? You have got some electricity on you, don't you? But you are small grid. That beeping you hear is one of the mods I'm using. It's the, I don't even remember the name of it, but what it does is basically it beeps when you get near a remote control. So if you're trying to hack something, just gets you a little bit closer. All right, I got nothing else here that has electricity on it, so man, oh man, oh man. Well, I don't need power for the assembler. Ooh, power kit and some ice. Cool. I just need to build the damn thing. So you know what? Let's just build the basic assembler. So right there on my toolbar. I haven't set up my toolbar yet. I'll get to that. But for now, we just need to do this so we can start unlocking. So we're gonna need some steel plates. Let's get all this stuff into production and see how much we can get built. Okay, I need some construction components. The reason I'm not just starting to grinding stuff down now is, one, I don't have any place to put it all. Why are you stopping? Oh, and I've already run out of iron. And I don't want to lose anything that I could use for progression. Okay, so I don't need you, so I'll take your construction components. Oh, you had some gat ammo in you. That's nice. I can turn that into something eventually. Grab the steel plate. And let's see if we can't get this thing welded up. All right, gonna need 10 motors. You probably have some motors on you. No, you don't. Who got some motors? You got 5. Yeah, don't know anything about a kitchen. I don't know much about history. I don't know geography. But I know this kit in here will give me some goodies. Okay, still need 5 more motors. Who's got motors? You got motors? I don't know why a bed would have motors, but it definitely don't have no motors. You got motor? Nope. You got motor? Nope. You don't have motor? Nope. You got interior plate. I think that would, yeah, that's probably all my motors. Ooh, what's in here? Oh, computer's gonna need some of those. All right, that's actually a pretty good container. Let me go dump this stuff out. There's one motor. Ah. Okay. I apparently cannot put those in there. What about these guys? Nope, that won't hold there. See, this is why I need a cargo container, because I have all this stuff here that I can't do anything with. So I'm gonna go just toss stuff into this orange container and hopefully remember that it's there. So we'll dump all that stuff. It's the super heavy stuff there. And I think I'm gonna have to go do some stone mining. All right. What are you? What are you? Are you gold? Okay, well, it's ironic that I have a boulder here that is full of gold that I can't really do anything with because that requires a refinery, which I don't currently have, even though there is a refinery that I could build up once I've gotten the assembler. But that starting to softly sound an awful lot like I'm starting to homestead, and I do not want to be homesteading. All right, come on, give me my stuff. I don't need 2 of those. Actually, let's just clear our build planner and do a sample again. Okay, checking our production here. Let's prioritize, nope, and prioritize the motors and the computers. All I want to do is open up the lockers, but to do that, I'm going to need to build it, yeah. This is why I usually have my progression turned off. Well, it's good to know I got all the nickel I'm going to need. However, it would be nice if it would actually start doing something about the motors. Let's do this. See if we can't force the issue. Build up those ingots. There we go. So here come the motors. I just need the 5 of those. So we'll just give this a little bit of minute. All right, here's our 5th motor. That should hopefully give me all my motors. Yep, just need the computers now. So let's put the computers into production and get these motors done up. And now all we need is the computers. Hey, look, unknown signal. All right, I should have had it. Well, why are you not giving me my computers? Am I out of? Yeah, so I've run out of that stuff again. So I'm gonna have to go grab some, find some more stone. But I don't need to because there we go. That is our computers. We're good to go. I can clear this now off my toolbar, and that will have unlocked some of my progression. All right, so checking my progression now. Let's see where we're at. So that has given us the turrets. That's given us the dispensers, exhaust pipes. What else do we need to do? We're going to need to build the full assembler, which will give our food. No, actually, where is our food production? Food production. Can we make Yeah, so we're still locked behind off on the food production. There it is. So we're going to have to build ourselves an algae farm or algae farm or Al Gore farm or whatever you want to call it. But we're going to want a base for that. So that is fine. I don't need anything else from there. What about in here, and where are my wheels? That's actually what I'm looking for, is right? Because I'm trying to make a wheel. So I'm going to need to make myself a quick landing gear here. So we'll grab that. We'll just do a quick mag plate, which I should be able to just slap right there. And then we can remove that and check our progression. All right, so landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear? Landing gear. That gives me my wheels. And any of these guys here should give me the rest of the stuff, like my thrusters. I want to fly, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, main thing I was after was getting my wheels freed up. Oh, look at that. Salvage Expert level 1. Your grinding enhanced agility level 1. Let's have a look at our buffs here. You can see that because I've managed to survive this long, my buffs are starting to go up. And I think it's every 24-hour cycle of game time here. So I'm now, maximum health is 110%. My welding speed's a little faster. My grinding speed's a little faster. Tiny bit quicker to run. And, well, not really applicable, but I use less oxygen. Why have I got my helmet open, closed? Okay, so now that I can add wheels here, we can get those on there. So we can get our toolbar here. So we can go wheels. Hey, look, there they are. So we're going to want off-road wheel right, which I'll put right there. We're going to want off-road wheel left. This is on the right-hand side, so we're going to go 6, and we're going to look for our off-road suspension shorty. Suspension 3x3 right. That's actually not an off-road wheel, is it? You're just a light... Nope. You are short wheel suspension. Okay, so I don't want the off-road one.
Low.
Yes, thank you, suit lady. That's, I think, the one more that I'm after. And wheel suspension 3x3 left. There we go. And we'll get our shorties again. Wheel suspension, short wheel suspension, 3x3 left, which would be this side. So we'll get that into place. Now, I'm not going to get my wheel because of the distance to the ground, but that's okay. I just want to get this guy placed. Same here. And we'll go over to there. Let's make sure we're getting the short 3x3 like that. Okay, let's get these, see if we can't get these guys built up. And here comes another storm. All right, what do we need here? We got those selected. Can we put them into production? Small steel tubes, I don't think I can make. Of course not, so let's go looking for some small steel tubes. There should be some in there, but there isn't. What about in you? Nope, large steel tube. How about you? You got some small steel tubes? No. How about you? You got anything left? No. Oh, this is looking pretty slim pickings here. Hey, there's 8 small steel tubes out of the bed there. Hopefully I didn't lose anything. That's got that guy, and we should be able to get this one now. Excellent. Yes, suit lady, thank you. Fine. You know what? I can charge in the cab here. Okay, so how am I going to get my wheels on? So first thing I'm going to do is, can I tilt this thing on the gyro up? No, but we can bounce. Okay, good. So I'm going to grab myself a group here. So I'm going to go into my new wheels. What I'm going to also have to do here, are you properly named? Right front, yes you are. Okay, good. So you guys are named, at least the other ones. One of us involved in this rover have done the right thing. So we want that one. Is not right. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Yes, you are correct, but you are not. You're just a regular one. Okay, so let's try that again. This time making sure we get the shorty. There we go. Like that. It's still not going to spawn in the wheel. And everybody is the right way up. Okay, good. Okay, let's do a quick... Actually, you know what? Let's go into here. Let's select our wheels. So right rear is going to become right mid. Actually, I'm going to copy that. This one becomes mid. And there we go. We can see that green box. That's build info is giving me that information, which is awesome. So I can then paste that in. That is now my right rear. My left rear, again, I'm going to copy that, change this one to mid. Select this guy and paste that in there. Okay. Let's make a group for our wheels. We should have a group for our wheels anyway. Wheels. And yep, that'll do it fine. Perfect. Okay, so now that I have all of that in a group, and we can just kind of quickly slap some plate into these guys here. This is a awful torch. Yeah, upgraded tools is always a high priority. Okay, so we can go from there. Now I can hop into the back of here. Let's grab our wheel group here. And I'm just going to throw that on, let's see, yep, number 1 here. And we're going to add wheel. Okay. So if I start spamming, you can see, but I'm going to hold down the X key. That's going to load up our suspension. We're going to take a quick hop, and there we go. We can add a wheel. Wheels are added, and hopefully I can get these welded. I have pulled some large steel tubes from stuff, so hopefully I have some in here. Do I not have any of my large steel tubes in there? No, they are over here, because they wouldn't fit. So we can grab our large steel tubes, at least 8 of them. Let's see if we can't get them into the wheels here. There we go. Yeah, I guess I kind of put them a little bit far back, but I might even move these guys. Okay, so that's got our wheels all welded up. So now what I want to do is, I'm going to get my toolbar organized here. So we're going to get this stuff out of the way. We are going to put in that one on number 5, that one on number 6, that one on number 7, that one on number 8. I'm going to leave 9 as kind of a variable between whatever else comes up. Going to head over to my second one here. Let's see if I can build my conveyors. Of course not. So what do I need for my conveyors? So what I need is I need to build a Cargo container. Okay, that's fine. I can build cargo containers, so we'll just go grab cargo container. That's actually what I wanted anyway. And that is going to go on to spot 7, so I can now grab myself a lovely, lovely medium cargo container. And that can come out to there. Actually, yeah, I kind of like that because I can put a second one on if need be. So we are going to, yeah, just put that there. And now I can weld you up. Just like that. Yeah, I know the color is just this plain gray, but at least what I can do now is I can get all of my stuff that wouldn't fit, and I now have a place to put it right in there. Okay, with that cargo container built, I should, for the most part, be able to grind the rest of the base down and get it all put in there. Even if I have to build myself a second cargo container, I'd rather have some decent supplies. Okay, let's get to grinding and see where we get. Okay, still can't weld up my lockers here, so let's once again see what we need for our locker. So LOC locker. All right, so I just need to build a quick interior wall here, and that should unlock pretty much a bunch of the decorative stuff and internal stuff, hopefully including my lockers over there, because I don't want to see what's in them. I want to see if there's any goodies in there. Look at that. I can now access my locker. It's all hacked up. And yep, that's what I wanted. There's goodies in there. We can now grind this down and get on with the rest of the base. Okay, while I'm finishing off charging here, I notice my food stats getting a little bit on the low side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat one of my meal packs. So I right-click on that. And we should, over the next 30 seconds, see my food marker number go higher, and there it goes. Okay, back to the grinding. Okay, and the last thing to grind down here is this refinery, and then I think, whoops, I pretty much erased this spot here. So we'll just do one more pass. Inventory full, jetpack empty. It just really is a mixed bag, isn't it? All right, let's go get the last of that stuff that I dropped. I'm just going to do a quick refill on the hydrogen. There we go. And I don't think I'm going to be able to... Oh, hey, there they are. All right, so let's see what we got out of this haul here now that I've got everything down. So yeah, we got some, metal grids. That's always good. I got some nice power cells there. We got some small steel tubes, and more important, large steel tubes. That means wheels and stuff like that. This is going to allow us to build assemblers and refineries. Good amount of steel plate. Even got some radio components, girders, and construction components. So yeah, not a bad haul, all things said and done. I have no idea whether or not we're going to be able to get over to that signal there. But I'm going to try to head that way and see if we can't wrap around. But before we go, I just want to grab some more of the stone here. And yeah, I know there's gold in there, but I can't do anything about the gold, which really kind of sucks because I'd love to keep some gold, but I'm going to try and collect maybe some of the gold here. It'll just sit in my storage till such a time as I get a proper refinery, and then I can start converting that into ingots, because gold gives you superconductors. Superconductors give you refill stations, which means you can fill your stats just that much faster. And who doesn't want gold? Gotta have the gold. All right, let's do another couple of loads here. I'm gonna drive the Rover closer here, so let's just move that, and then we'll do some more digging. Where are all you guys going? A slow migration of rolling stones. That's a little bit funny. They're all just kind of rolling away. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Just the slightest bit of a dip down towards that direction. That's kind of hilarious. All right, let's have a look here. Yeah, so our inventory is getting a little bit full. That's another, got, almost 1,000 here. Got a couple more thousand in the stone here. I'm gonna go chase after Papa was a rolling stone. If I can't see him again. Of course, all I need to do is make some more and follow them. So let's just grab some more of these guys. All right, so they're headed off this way. Just because it's funny. All right. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. All right, so that is the Harding claim gone and dealt with, and we still got a long ways to go, but we have managed to increase our rover size a little bit. Still has some more room for expansion there. At some point in time, I'm probably going to want to slap an O2H2 kit on here, but so far hydrogen's looking okay. But that'll be next episode. For now, we are just going to wrap it up here. Always got that slow start. Nothing much we can do about that, but hopefully in the next episode we can get to this unknown abandoned farmstead here. Unknown generally means it's a vanilla. This was a mod one. That should hopefully be vanilla. We're going to have to figure out how to get to the other side of the mountain, which is not going to be fun, but that's next time's challenge. In the meantime, hey guys, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button if you like what you're seeing. Don't forget you can leave comments. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, maybe consider subscribing. But until next time, be safe, be good, have a great day, and bye-bye.